Hello YouTube, day one of this ranked season has come and gone, and I'm happy to report that I ended comfortably in the top 100, feeling really good about that. So today I just wanted to have a short little one, show you guys every deck that I used from Ultra Ball 4 all the way to that top 100, showing you the deck that I used off stream to nicely finish in that as well. And before I begin, I just want to say that this meta is extremely open. I'm going to be creating another video after the major Ursa Day tournament telling you guys what decks you guys should be using to hit Master Ball as quickly as possible. Because, spoilers alert, just like Oricorio, I have an apology video to make. Other than that, a lot of my gameplay now I've been using YouTube Live, so please come around. I'm also still streaming on Twitch. I'll be streaming, like I said, that Ursa Day tournament. It's going to be the biggest tournament of the week. It's going to be a lot of information to break down, and I'm going to break it down just for you guys. So anyway, let's get into this. So the deck I have for you guys today is a deck I believe is one of the strongest decks in the meta. It is Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Celesteela, just Buzzgrass Ultra Beast essentially. I played a list that had only 5 basics because I really wanted to see Pheromosa the most and felt like one Celesteela was enough to get off the combo. Obviously the game is going to end with Buzzwole's Big Beat during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Big Beat, but it's very easy to circumvent, whether you're full retreating and losing meaning a different Buzzwole, whether you're using Celesteela to bring in a Pheromosa. So you had lots of combos. I think that this is really strong. The things I'm thinking of and like my thoughts is I think the deck wants a damage amp. Genuinely, whether that is Beastite, whether that is Giovanni or Red, this deck really needs that. Even Rocky Helmet I can consider. So that's my biggest advice if you're looking for add cards. Obviously you're going to see another version of this deck I used for the later Ultra Ball Crime. I went on like a 10 win streak with this deck. In Ultra Ball, it's just really strong. Nothing really to talk about to grass deck, so Erica's. The other thing I've been considering is because Celesteela is not normal, maybe I should consider Cape. Maybe, but probably not. That's the idea, because you do want Celesteela to technically faint still, but this one's a one-of, so you really can't afford it to faint all the time. So little thoughts there and here. Really good deck. Guzma I feel like is super important because of all the decks that run tools, except Silvally Rampardos doesn't, so I think Guzma actually gets a little bit weaker, and we'll talk about that shortly. The next deck I have is the other version I ended up using. This is based off of Bixie. Bixie's one of the greatest Pokemon Pocket players. They were using this version, but with an extra Kartana. And the reacts, why'd you use this if you don't think Kartana is that strong? It's because I wanted to, confirm my beliefs, right? And I played this deck, and my thoughts were, Kartana was okay. It's really hard to figure out which matchups Kartana improves. I think Kartana is nice to deal with like Charmander, because if you're going second, you can just like ping a Charmander. Which is cute, but it doesn't really help in the Silvally Rampardos matchup and the mirror match, but it was still cool. Lots of the cards are pretty much the same as my list. They're running 2 Celesteela, which means you have another way to do the Big Beat combo. I think it may end up being optimal to do Buzzwole, Pharaoh, Celesteela, but I definitely like having that extra trainer space, right? I'll talk about the deck when I show you guys that I used to get to top 100. But nothing too crazy to talk about. The next deck, I'm super excited. I think it's going to warrant its own video. If you make it to this point, you got to be like, yo, drop that Silvally Greninja video or drop that Silvally Apology video. One of those two, put that in the comments below. But this is Silvally Greninja. So this one is a little bit different than what you guys have been seeing all over ladder, Silvally Rampardos. I wanted to build a Silvally deck that does not lose going first, right? This deck's Silvally Rampardos, broken deck. Its weakness, it sucks going first. Like if you've ever played the mirror match already, the mirror match is decided by who goes first. Because if you go first, you're losing. It's really awful, and obviously bricks aside. So I wanted to build a Silvally Greninja deck that did not lose going first, And of course, the Greninja Giratina package is really good for it. Lo and behold, right? Giratina is one of the best cards going first. Getting a Greninja with rare candy is one of the best you can do. This deck uses dual energy, water psychic, right? You can know that we have Irida here. Other than that, I wanted a few easily activatable cards, right? Iono, Mars, and Gladion are very activatable. Obviously, Rita as well. And so that's what this deck's like core is. It's like a Silvally deck that doesn't fold going first. Because you have so many options, right? You have the Greninja for pings, which is why you don't need to run red, right? You don't need to run quite a few cards. And you have the Giratina, which if you've played this, you know what Giratina does. And of course, another deck I used because I wanted to really test it is Nihilego Darkrai, right? This isn't anything crazy. This isn't a Ultra Beast version. I do think the Dark Ultra Beast deck is good. It won a tournament, which I said later today. I'll probably drop that, like that meta analysis video. Give you guys the best decks for you to be using for your climb. These are the best decks I used for my climb. Why are they the best decks I used for my climb? Because I climbed, hello, right? So these are the best decks I used for my climb. Darkrai and Nihilego Giratina, very good. I mean, like, there's nothing really to talk about, right? The only change is Nihilego might be like how Kamala was the last format. This deck is going to run double Poison Barb, right? Poison Barb allows Nihilego's more poison to activate, and it becomes a better Rocky Helmet. This deck has like everything that you would want in a deck, right? It has the Guzma, the Cyrus, the PCL. I think potions are now more important than ever because of cards like Pheromosa. This deck has a pretty positive win rate into that Silvally Rampardos deck, which is a meta deck right now. I think that this weekend, this Earth Day tournament, is going to be the tournament where we figure out what decks end up beating that deck. Because like I said, I think the deck is really strong, but it is like kind of like Garchomp Rampardos in a way, where, you know, the issue with Garchomp Rampardos is that like its matchups ended up coming and kind of phased it out, but it ended up coming back after we got the Tapu Lele stuff because it ended up doing really good. So that's my current thoughts on those. And finally, the deck that I used to reach top 100 is another Buzzwole deck, right? Like I said, I think that this is one of the best decks that you can be using. Prisma, bye-bye. This is one of the best decks you can be using. You'll notice that my ratios are a lot different in this version, right? Let me talk about them. So what I did was dropping an Erica for double red card, right? Why am I back on double red card? Maybe Mars does not belong in this deck either. I don't know why Mars is in here. What the hell did I remove? It was Cyrus. Get back in here. Get back in here, Cyrus. Boom. Right? So this is a solo Erica because I realized I wasn't really clicking it too much, right? I think double Erica is still good. Don't get me wrong. But I realized I wanted more space for other cards, right? This is also, I should note that this came after watching James Cox, world semifinalist. They're also in the top 100 using Silvally Rampardos and this deck. And they were using double red card. And I was just like, yo, I'm playing Charizard Gex. I'm playing freaking, what's that? I'm playing Silvally Rampardos. I'm tired of just not bricking them. So the solution to brick them is not just to run one red card, but to run two. So you're more likely to see them. You're more likely to red card. The other interaction I want to talk about why it's so strong is Pheromosa, right? Pheromosa's attack does 20 to bench. When you lead Pheromosa, people keep their hands full. When people like, you'll notice people will Pokeball, keep the card in the hand, right? And that's when red card comes in. Red card says, nice hand, get it out of here. What are some of the other advantages of red card over Mars is that you can lose a meme when you red card, right? Especially going into like a pivotal turn where you need to power up Buzzwole, but you also need hand disruption. Red card can do that, right? You can Iono into red card. Very goofy combo that I've done. And then finally, Guzma is just really cool. I think, like I said, this deck lacks, and this is obviously from playing 3 different decks, 3 different Buzzwole decks. I want Damage Amp, whether that's Red, Geo, or whatchamacallit. That one hard. Geo, Red, Beast type. But yeah, these are all the decks I've used. is mostly obviously Buzzwole Pheromosa and figuring it out because this is a new meta. I want to figure out what the best Buzzwole Pheromosa is, and we might end up figuring that out by the end of this weekend, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you guys for watching this little yap session I had for you today. What are your thoughts on the meta? What are you guys using to climb, right? And again, if you guys want that Silvally Greninja deck with like full gameplay and a little bit more in depth on it, all the parts, just be like, yo, where's the Silvally apology video? Where's the Gren video dropping? Let me know. I'll be having that out either today or tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all for being here. This meta is amazing. I'm having way more fun with it than I was having in the last meta, which is good, right? Like, I think that like it's less rare candy, like Luxacky because of the introduction of cards like these basic strong Ultra Beasts that aren't as oppressive as Dark Retina was, right? So super excited, and without further ado, I'll let you guys go. Bye bye.